Lincoln, Nebraska. One of the best environments in all of sports. It's the Ohio Bobcats and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Nebraska is looking for that season to get over the hump. Matt Rule has done a good job there in Nebraska, but at 7-6 last year, a disappointing end to the season. Not only that, they lost their quarterback in the transfer portal. We'll see if the Cornhuskers can get back to national relevance with a stronger finish to the season this year. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Bobcats headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Cornhuskers offense to go on the attack first. They hope this guy will be a big part of the offense, Ja'Cory Barney Jr. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Got a man. It's Hunter. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Red pass, it's complete. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. The Cornhuskers have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw again. Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Calandria. Finds his tight end. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And you see these so much more in college football now. Decisions on 4th down. Listen, when it's 4th and short and you got a chance to establish yourself, especially physically at the line of scrimmage, field goals are great, but touchdowns win games. And so this first drive, man, assert yourself, be physical, get this 4th down.
Snapped on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that's a frustrating end to a promising drive. I mean, you get the first drive, you start to go down the field, get in the enemy territory, thinking you might get points, and you do what you can't do. You make that mistake, put the ball on the deck, defense recovers, and gets the momentum in this football game.
So Ohio's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Fires to the big fella. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, that's a nice job on third down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first third down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe that everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice, things going the right way. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going on offense. And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
They give it to him again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
The kick is on its way. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Well, and one of the big stories for Nebraska, as we know in the offseason, is Matt Rhule having to find a new quarterback. They thought they had the guy in Dylan Raiola. He was one of the top-ranked guys coming out of high school a few years ago, and really they saw him as the future of the program. Obviously, David, he's now out in Eugene, Oregon, and so it's a new face under center in this offense. They've got a lot of weapons, but a lot riding on this new signal caller offensively.
And they're just waiting to take that next step, right? Nebraska fans have been excited, and they've had some good spots to their teams over the past couple years. They just need that trigger man. And is this the guy? Is this the guy that can take the offense to the next level? Raiola had some good moments, but the consistency, game in, game out, that they need from the quarterback spot to bring.
Makes you grab and room to run. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football, and guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Right side, it's Barney. Oh, my, circle, Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Makes a connection. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
Trying to run, it's Ives. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you could tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Husker!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Snap in the shotgun. Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
I love this quarterback because he has a lot of confidence in his own ability, but on that last 2nd down, he's got to throw that football away and live to play another down. Taking a huge sack, now sits up 3rd in California. There are not a lot of plays in the playbook designed to keep this drive alive at this point.
Third down, and the Husker faithful Look out! That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On the return. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that. Play action on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Bobcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
The Bobcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Drops back on 1st down. Fires left. Complete downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Caught on the RPO. Quick spin on the run. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Lost to throw again. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. The fake and wants to throw. Got him downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So an 82-yard drive there. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Huskers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll try to get to the marker himself. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Punt is in the air on 4th down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're going to run it to the right. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Pugh. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Makes a catch. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Handoff to the lone back. Pass to 6. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They'll go to the counter. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Sells to fake. Left side, it's Bowman. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. A unloads to the wideout. Couldn't set his feet.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit or when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Pugh. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a fourth down?
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Absolutely perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Gashing the D on the right. He's at touchdown, Cornhuskers. And they take it in for 6 more points. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, tune up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Caught, it's Pugh. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Bobcats in a good spot here with second and short. Off play action. Oh, pressure's coming. Trying to get away. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses to 40. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Rush is on. Caught. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
Working the ground game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Rides to the back. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
RPO complete. Pull to the ground.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Hands it off on the counter. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. This crowd knows when to bring it. On play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He got it. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Sets his feet. It's Calandria. Going to try to get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. My goodness, he unloads on that one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Sends it back in motion. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Looks it in at the 40. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Cornhuskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Release to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Ives. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And love offenses that are willing to find matchups and take advantage of them. Like, use your running back in the middle of the field. You want to use a linebacker, so be it. He can beat it. This guy has really good speed, really good ball skills, and I like the way they're using him out of the backfield.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the single back. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He's got it on the move. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. the catch is there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. Never a doubt. They take a 4-point lead here in the second. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Ohio sends out the offense to start this drive. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Now they'll run the draw. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
They boot it away. He gets a block. Powers through. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. In the backfield, it's Barney. What a cut. Now he's loose. They finally get him down, but the explosive play has them set up as we get set for the final 2 minutes of the half. And the Huskers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. He's got it on the right. There he goes. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The Cornhuskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll move the tight end. They're working that left side. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Just drives it between the uprights. They're now up by a touchdown at 20-13. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. First play of this drive. Right down the middle. Holds on, it's Bowman. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Fires to the big fella. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Fires to the tight end. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that's a welcome sign for this offense, right? They haven't put drives together. Nice to see them execute on third down. At the very least, man, give your defense a rest. They've been playing a lot. Too many punts for this offense. Nice to see them execute on third down.
And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
2nd and long here. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The Bobcats line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Drops back. It's Scalandria. Got him quickly. Inside the 25. Stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. Let's just take a moment to process what we're seeing. Two quarterbacks, both dropping dimes left and right, both on pace to have career days. I can't wait to see what they have in store here in this second half. And with that, back to the sea of red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Huskers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for blockers. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game, and the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Keeps it himself. Breaks into the open. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Bobcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll ride him again. Drag down.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
The Bobcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Turns into the pile. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration, so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
And the Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Just gets rid of that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That one just came off his hand badly.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
The Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And it'll be down right there. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. Keeps it on the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Right back to the well. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Back to throw. It's Calandria. Fires to the middle. Right side, it's Barney. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all of the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the Huskers with the 1st and 10. Keeps it on first down. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Pulls it in. It's Barney. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Direct snap. Can't get him to the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Cornhuskers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Right back to the well. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Hand it to the back. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Headed to the end zone, into the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They're all over it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Takes it in. Touchdown, Huskers.
And man, how awesome is that for the big fella? And he wasn't going to just fall on that loose fumble. He decided to scoop it and score, and David shows off the athleticism.
I mean, we were born to do more. We just grew out of the running back body, but we were really all running backs at heart. It's just hard when you got to go that far because you're running out of oxygen. You could tell the gas tank was low, but the big fella getting the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Wants to throw on first. Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Throws quickly. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll run the counter. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play fake. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
2nd and long here. Selling the fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Third down following the sack by the D. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. They'll run the screen. He works his way to the 35-yard line, but that's not enough to move the chains, and now a decision to be made on 4th down.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there. Now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Snaps it in the shotgun. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Turning it on. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
They go to the counter. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt the...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack play.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Trying to establish the run. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
The running back has it. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the back. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill afford to lose. We'll have Holly check on his condition shortly. Sells the run, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quick completion to the right. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. As we head to the 4th quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Looking for the marker. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted a 4th down to keep the drive going.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
From the gun, the running back has it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Here comes the heat. Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running. And you can see he takes off, and the defense closes in fast. And the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
The Ohio U offense returns to the field. And maybe that fumble recovery becomes the first step in a miracle rally. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to pass. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Out wide right, it's Bowman.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. They'll go to the air. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to throw again. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some pop.
Makes the catch, and he's free. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Had to throw it before he wanted.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
Yeah, and it's nice to have guys like this on 3rd down, on money downs that you can go to, and you know he's going to win. Hit the gas, hit the brakes, create a little bit of separation. Nice job.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. He's got it on the run. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bobcats.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Comes down, it's Barney. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The run inside. It's Ives. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Give to the back. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Looking for room. It's Ives. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
The Huskers look to keep this drive humming. There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on second and short. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Cornhusker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Ohio sends out the offense to start this drive. The throw. Makes the catch. It's Bowman. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Out wide left, it's Pugh. Could not make his way to the corner.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
And the Bobcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Fires to the middle. Between the hashes, it's Pugh. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got it. At the 20, he's got space. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Left side is Pugh, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for running room. They put the brakes on it. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this 4th down conversion. Trying to get the corner. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. So thanks to the defense, they take over, big lead in hand, and an opportunity to run this clock out if they so choose. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Out wide left, it's Barney. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Got some green grass. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can turn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Turns out it's Barney. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long.